Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm dear darling. I shall see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhallow today. Well, for a second I was like, how loud is my sound right now? But it's fine. We'll be chilling, we'll be recording. I'll probably, I mean, it's a bit late. I'm trying to think if I'm going to be recording some Happy in Paradise or not. And see, I do need to record some episodes. Like, not this week. Like, this week I've got it sorted. But like, tomorrow's D&D night. And then the day after I'm busy evening. The day after that I'm also busy evening. So it's like, when am I going to record my videos for tomorrow? Because I'm going to be busy a lot of next week. But good evening everyone. Right now it's 11 p.m. on Tuesday, November 25th, 2025. So I'll probably record a couple, oh gosh, Happy in Paradises today. Keep it low-key, keep it chill, that sort of thing. We might even cut this video a bit short. I don't even know what I'm going to talk about, mind you. I'll talk about Catch Talk. I didn't do the ZZZ story in time to get the Manata skin. I'm not really that bummed out about it, to be honest. But for a second, you know, the FOMO kicked in and I was like, no, I missed a free skin. And I thought about it and I was like, I'm literally never going to use this character. Like, does this matter in the slightest to me? And the answer is no. I would like to, if they're like, see, it's the first time I think they've tied a skin to doing the story rather than the event. Because normally it's like, these sort of things are like tied to completing the event or something, and that's fine because I can skip ahead and do the event. But I couldn't skip ahead and do this one, so I was just like, oh, okay. Well, I mean, like, I'm not playing through like 7 hours of story just to get the skin. So yeah, I just didn't, to be honest. What else is going on? I don't know if there's much going on in the other games, to be honest. Umimi's made Big One Champions Meet Final. I came in second, which, you know, I would say I was a little bit disappointed with. Like, I had a pretty good win rate. I had like 75%, I think, win rate going into the finals. So I was like, it's pretty good. You know, like, I think it's fair to be disappointed, but, you know, sometimes you roll the dice and you hit that 1 and 4. In this case, like, I felt like it was a very silly way I ended up losing. Because basically with TLDR there's been a big patch out, so now it's harder for... How should I summarise this? It's harder for characters who like to stay in the back and then sprint forward at the end to get blocked. And both my late surges had Nimble Navigator. And then both my late surges somehow got blocked in the new patch. I have no idea. Even worse, one of them was blocked completely by one other person, who they didn't even end up winning, and I was like, okay, fine. My other one was blocked by my own character. My other character who was in front, and I was like, what? Are you serious? And then the character who was all the way at the back surged forward to get the win. To be fair, they got some lucky procs. They got hit like... You could tell by the thing that they hit like 3 accelerations, but I was basically watching and I was like, oh, my MVP character hit, it's gonna make no sense to you, but hit Let's Pump Some Iron, and then she hit Slick Surge Nimble Navigator, and I was like, okay, she's won. Like, she has so many accelerations on her. Like, she's got like 8 different choices of acceleration. She just needs to hit 2 or 3 and she wins. And I was like, why isn't she going anywhere? And I was like, oh, she can't get around the perfect pace chaser and front runner who was completely blocking her in. She's trying to go on the inside, but there's literally no room to pass. So I just watched her, my MVP character, be completely stopped out from winning the race, and I was like, oh, okay, alright then. So yeah, I mean, it was kind of amusing, like, and then obviously I'm not like that bummed out about it, you know, the worst things to happen in life. But I did kind of, you know, maybe I went in with a little bit of bravado to be like, oh, surely I would have won. But yeah. That's just how it goes sometimes. And that's just how it is for Miles. I feel like I've been pretty unlucky in the last 2 CMs. Like, this one I actually had like a pretty good win rate going in. And I was actually like pretty confident. I was like, I would have put, I'm not a betting person for this, so I would have been like, if I were to bet my finals, I was like, well, the other ones I was up against, I was like, I put money on myself to win. I look pretty strong. But, you know, sometimes an upset happens, to be fair. And so my other victories, I upset someone who was much stronger than me. Last month, I came second as well, and I was like, that one's more fair. It was quite like a close match, and I also got blocked again. I forgot about that. I can't remember what it was, but one of my characters got blocked by an air groove, and I was like, okay, fine, my ugly or something. And I was like, well, so be it. But the fact it happened again to 2 of them, and one by myself, I was just like, come on. That just feels kind of sad in a way. But you know, never put the cart before the horse, you know. Never get overconfident. Such is a way of Umu's You know, you, at the end of the day, the RNG is kind of what makes it an amusing time. Weirdly enough. You can skew the odds as much as possible in your favour, but as long as the chance is not 100%, there's still something that can happen. You just get the worst situation of everything coming together. And then you still might lose. But yeah, like in the end, as I said, I'm not really that bummed out about it. I'm just sort of just like oh. But it's okay. Maybe next time for sure. Hopefully, if I lose again by getting blocked, I'm just gonna be like, I'm cursed. What happened? I had such a good run. But yeah, that's fine. There's always next year to get those titles again. But yeah, what should we talk about today? That's a good question. I'm not really sure. I'm just trying to sort of think of what really comes to mind. We'll book some flights, and by we, I mean someone else book some flights for our group. I'm not going to disclose much more information yet, except for I'm planning to go on a big journey. Was that me? What was that? Going on a holiday next year. Sorry, I just need to move away from you a bit, Raymond. You are very loud. And I'm excited for it, to be honest. I won't say any more than that. Yeah, what else to say? I'm not sure. I'm sort of trying to think of what things even come up. Or like what things I've seen recently. I wish I could tell you off the top of my head. I've seen Has Been Hotel. Been recommended so many times now. On my YouTube. I think it's finished now? I don't know. But that's kind of the vibe I got from some of the songs I saw being posted, but maybe that's not the case. I don't know. This is where we go to the game subreddit. Let's see what's going on. What sort of news has come out where I'm like, oh yeah, I want to talk about that. Unsettling horror game Horses banned from Steam. I don't even know what this is. I literally never even heard of this. It's literally, I don't know, this video is about horses. Okay, well, that seems like a very strange... I'm reading a premise of it, and I'm like, this seems like a very strange premise of a game. Which, you know, I'm gonna now back out of and go choose a different topic to talk about. Black Friday sales, that's true. I mean, that's the whole reason we bought flights, is that these Black Friday sales have started. Cyber Monday? Well, okay, see, the weird thing is Black Friday is this Friday, right? Cyber Monday is... Hold on, when is Black Friday? Friday 20, yeah, it's this Friday, and Cyber Monday is this Monday. And I'm tempted to buy some stuff for computer stuff, but I don't know. It also seems like a lot at the same time. Like I've got to be conscious about how much I'm spending. And that sort of thing, especially since we just bought flights for a holiday. Oh, Steam Award nominations, that's always a fun one. Oh no, it's not voting, it's the nominations. That's too much to think about, I can't bother to do that. Oh no, I just closed out my Firefox. So I've actually spoken about nothing for 10 minutes somehow. I've literally just been browsing on Reddit, being like, oh yeah, what's going on? I did see Super iPad Wolf posted another video about, oh god, let's click shorts by accident. Posted another video about, wait, where's my subscriptions? Here we go. Another video about fake games which exist. Which I think is a very fascinating thing, because I think the first time he posted it, I was like, what a truly, truly fascinating concept. Or basically making up a game which doesn't exist, right? That seems utterly fascinating to me. If you don't know the concept of it, it's basically like people creating things which imply basically the existence of a game, but it doesn't actually exist. It's all completely fictional. It's basically just like a creative writing exercise. You know, you like write reviews about the game, like strategy guides, things like that. All for games which don't exist. And I haven't finished actually watching his video about it because I didn't really have a lot of time. But it's a really cool concept, and I'm glad he did another one. Like I say this, I really like Super Patch Wolf's videos. Like I think he has a very nice way of speaking with his analytical video essay style, and I kind of like video essays. Like I feel like I made a transition to video essays, and maybe now I'm starting to like get into podcast sort of things, because I'm listening to a lot of like the Smosh ones, and I'm like, I kind of get it now. Like I think I found the Smosh podcast like a perfect thing for me to put on and like half pay attention to, because it's the thing, like I don't like watching TV series like while doing anything like drawing, playing other games, that sort of thing, because a lot of time I want to like focus on the TV series. So I've had like Northern Lion as a person I normally put on the side and as I do something else, but like I don't know, I hadn't been feeling it like as much recently. I'm not necessarily sure why, but I feel like Smosh has felt like, maybe it's just because I watched him for so long, I was like, there's a sort of certain malaise over consuming the same content over and over, and I was like, I need something else to freshen up, and it was Dropout for a bit, but the thing is, Dropout also demands a lot of attention, in my opinion. Like, it's difficult for me to put that as second monitor content, because it's just like, oh, I kind of want to like focus and like listen in on what the jokes are, that sort of thing. I don't want to like check in and like miss half the context. But Smosh is like a good one. It's just like on and be like, oh yeah, it can just kind of be on the secondary on the side. Like I thought about, I watched Smosh games mainly first because I was just like, oh, you know, I was kind of interested in like seeing basically just regular old people play some board games, because I like to hear more about like board game design, that sort of thing. So it's nice to see them play it. Like, they're not obviously experts or anything, they're just like average people. They played a game like a while back called That's Not Her, and I was like, this is a brilliantly fascinating and also probably the most exhausting game I think I would ever play. It's basically a game where it's almost like a crazy memorization game where like everyone gets dealt a card, and it's then, which has like a different item on it, and it's turned upside down, and then you basically there's a set way of like how the rules work where you give the cards around to each other, and you have to be like, I'm giving you the teddy bear, and then you have to be like, thank you for the teddy bear, I'm giving you like the spanner or something, and you basically go over and over again, but like because you're basically shuffling the cards, and you have to keep track of like 5 different cards as it goes round. It gets absolutely insane, because then like the way you win is basically you had to either correctly call out someone else to be like, oh, I don't think you gave me a teddy bear, I think that's the rubber duck or something, you turn it over and it's a duck, or it's not, or you incorrectly call out and then you lose a life. And I was like, this is such a brilliant idea for a game, because it's such a simple concept, but it's so insanely difficult, and then watching them play it is like I think it's sort of refreshing, because again, they are comedians, they're improv comedians at the end of the day, but I think in the realm of like board games, most of them are pretty like regular people, right? They're not like trying to min-max or optimize or anything like that. They don't have my weird brain of being like, oh, how we really analytically model this, I don't know, graph, I suppose, which I guess it technically is. It's probably like a let me think, a Beanian group? I don't know if it's probably best represented as like a directed graph, right? And it's almost certainly cyclical. I wonder what the cycle is, though. Anyway, that's something for me to think about another time. So I think it gives a true reflection of be like, what would it be like if you played this game? What I think that is like, what would it be like if I played this game with my friends? To a certain degree. Obviously, they're like very hyped up about the entire thing, and maybe my friends would not always be as hyped up to the same degree, but I don't mean that as like a diss on my friends or anything. I think this is the nature of like having a camera pointed on you and being an entertainer compared to trying to find entertainment in something, right? Anyway, that's that. So what am I talking about? I don't really know. Second monitor content. It's a niche thing. Like I often say that I feel like I'm second monitor content, and I fully embrace that, to be honest, because half the stuff I say, does it matter? No. Is it that entertaining? No. Could you drone out and miss half a conversation and hop right back in? Probably. Do I have like a smooth timbre of my voice, pitch, rhythm as well, which people have said is very relaxing? Yes. So I think it's sort of like, it's all the right ingredients together to make a very good relaxation second monitor content. IMO. Of course, my mileage might vary. I don't actually. Oh, I didn't mean to open that video there. Oh my gosh, the double click issue. Your mileage may vary because I don't really watch my own videos, so I don't know if I necessarily have that effect I assume I have, but so be it. Anyway, that's it. Just second monitor content. And I would say, Smosh, you're feeling like that. I was listening to some of the Smosh Reads Reddit stories, which now I realise it's kind of like it's almost feeding into like a cycle of like slop, right? You know, you're like, the internet is just basically like a Ouroboros taking aggregated content from one place to another, essentially, and there's only like one story gets posted somewhere, and then like it gets regurgitated in all the social media sites or something like that. But I kind of get it now. You know, I think I'm past the point of being like, oh, you know, I'm so cerebral. I only need like cerebral things to challenge my brain to actually pay attention to. Nah, sometimes I just want something on my second monitor to hear about people randomly talking about a random Reddit story which I've never heard of, and I'm like, this must be fake. Insane. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this episode off here, and I'm going to do some Happy in Paradise. So, if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been there, darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope to see you again, but for now, it's our farewells. Until next time. Bye-bye for now.